What does Leviathan conspiracy has to do with the blood falls? Is this real blood? And why older maps contain dragons in the same area of Antarctica? Why old tales are matching today's theories? Let's dive in. This is continuation to initial Leviathan video. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. In the previous video, we have discussed the conspiracy of enormous dragon creature being situated in the Drake Passage, investigating the area. Now this is getting even wilder when we look into this phenomenon called blood falls. I always say things are hidden in a plain sight. Follow your own reason. Do your own research. Let's dive in. Blood falls is a unique natural phenomenon located in Antarctica's McMurdo Dry Valleys. It is an outflow of iron-rich salt water that emerges from beneath the Terra Glacier and flows onto the ice-covered surface of West Lake Bonny. So what's the official explanation for this blood-like falls? Allegedly, the falls get their distinctive blood-red color when the iron-rich water comes into contact with air, causing the iron to oxidize and turn red. This process is similar to rusting. The water originates from a subglacial saltwater reservoir that has been trapped under the glacier for millions of years. When iron is exposed to oxygen and moisture, it undergoes a process called oxidation, commonly known as rusting. Recent research has uncovered more details about the mechanism behind blood falls color. Scientists found that the water contains tiny iron-rich nanospheres, which oxidize upon exposure to air, giving the falls their red hue. These nanospheres are only about 1/100th the size of a human red blood cell and contain various elements like iron, silicon, calcium, and aluminium. The subglacial environment that feeds blood falls is of great interest to scientists. It contains ancient microbes that have evolved in isolation for millions of years in an extremely salty, oxygen-free environment. Studying these microorganisms in the unique conditions of blood falls may provide insights into potential life forms on other lands with similarly harsh environments. So why is there such iron water? Iron-rich water is found in some glaciers due to several geological and chemical processes. In cases like blood falls in Antarctica, the iron-rich water originates from an ancient pocket of seawater trapped beneath the glacier millions of years ago. This trapped water became highly concentrated with iron and other minerals over time. As glaciers move, they grind underlying rocks, releasing minerals including iron into the water beneath and within the glacier. So could this be blood? Blood falls is claimed not to be structurally similar to blood, despite its striking red appearance. The composition and properties of blood falls are quite different from those of actual blood, but there could be different types of blood as well. The water in blood falls is high porcelain, with a salt content 2 to 3 times higher than average seawater. Blood that we know has a much lower salt concentration. Blood falls originates from an ancient subglacial pool trapped beneath the Terra Glacier. Blood is produced continuously in the bone marrow of living organisms, and of course there are some legends associated with it, particularly in other locations. One of them is Teton, Idaho legend. There's a local legend about a waterfall near a haunted mill in Teton, Idaho. According to this story, supernatural forces caused the water to appear blood red as a warning of danger due to numerous deaths in the area. The legend claims that seeing the waterfall run red is considered a death omen. When blood falls in Antarctica was first discovered in 1911 by Thomas Griffith Taylor, he and other early Antarctic explorers mistakenly attributed the red color to red algae. Thomas participated in Robert Falcon Scott's Terra Nova expedition to Antarctica. During the expedition, polar party of 5 died on the return journey from the pole. Their bodies, journals, and photographs were found by a search party 8 months later. Taylor, however, led the geological team, making the first geological maps and studies of large unexplored areas. Several Antarctic landmarks named after him, including Taylor Glacier, Taylor Valley, and Taylor Dome. The Terra Nova expedition remains one of the most famous and controversial expeditions in the history of Antarctic exploration, something that we still seem not to know much or be able to research and see ourselves. The striking appearance of blood falls has inspired comparisons to mythological concepts, such as rivers of the underworld in Greek mythology like the Phlegethon. However, these are literary or cultural associations rather than local folklore. Neoproterozoic blood falls in the Tarim Craton are also interesting. This is likely a geological formation or feature that shares some similarities with the Antarctic blood falls, but in a different time period and location. The Neoproterozoic era was about 1 billion to 542 million years ago. Interestingly, Antarctica has inspired several stories and legends involving dragons, blending fantasy with the continent's icy landscape. In one fictional concept, ice-breathing dragons from outer space settle on Antarctica's ice sheets, possessing advanced technology and biological abilities far beyond Earth's life forms. These alien dragons might be colonizing the hospitable environment or mining valuable resources beneath the ice. Their presence leads to conflicts with humans, particularly when people attempt to steal and tame dragon eggs. Another imaginative tale suggests that dragons didn't actually die out but went into hibernation under Antarctica. As the ice begins to melt due to climate change, these ancient creatures start to awaken, potentially posing a threat to humanity. In reality, Mount Erebus, an active volcano in Antarctica, has been nicknamed the Ice Dragon due to its unique characteristics. Colin Monteith's book Erebus, The Ice Dragon, explores this volcano's history and significance, providing a non-fictional perspective on Antarctica's dragon. Alexander Island in Antarctica features a dragon-themed naming convention in the Finlandia foothills. This area, which had not been visited before January 2018, includes place names like Dragon Peak, Lindworm, and Wyvern, reflecting various mythical dragons. These names are chosen as a nod to older maps that often depicted uncharted territories with dragons and other mythical creatures. Why do you think such maps even existed? Maps featuring dragons in Antarctica regions often draw from historical and thematic naming conventions rather than actual sightings. This naming nods to older maps where uncharted territories were decorated with mythical creatures like dragons. Additionally, historical maps, such as the 1565 world map by Frondo Bertelli, depicted Antarctica with various mythical animals, including dragons, reflecting the era's blend of exploration and mythology. This map is significant for several reasons. It shows Antarctica populated with fantastical animals, including dragons, unicorns, and other mythical beasts. The map predates the modern official discovery of Antarctica by over 250 years, as the continent was not formally discovered until 1820. It reflects the common practice of the time to fill uncharted territories on maps with many creatures, often including dragons. The map also shows other interesting geographical features, such as North America and Asia not being separated, and Africa depicted with large lakes in the Sahara region. This map is part of a broader tradition of Renaissance cartography that blended known geographical information with speculation about unknown lands. Well, that's what is alleged theory. We know that during that time they already traveled across the world so many times, including Antarctica. The map can be viewed in high resolution at the Library of Congress website, allowing for detailed examination of these fascinating depictions. Fiction or reality, there are plenty of interconnected legends and stories that align with today's discoveries, often abolishing old scientific beliefs and theories. Do you believe there's a connection between blood falls and the Leviathan conspiracy? And what other mysteries should we investigate next? Let us know in the comments. Till next time.